I'm Duane Stevens. I'm the proprietor of Wiggins Fine Books, and I'm a purveyor of antiquarian books, maps, prints, and just about anything I find interesting. The name Wiggins and Wiggins Fine Books comes from my mother's maiden name, and I thought the best way to do justice and to show my pride in my family's name was to name my business after it, Wiggins Fine Books. I really started by learning about my family's history. One of the first things I did was research into the Wiggins family. So I started looking at books and maps, and early on I went to the American Antiquarian Society, which is a great repository of all things printed. I started doing research into my family, and then I gravitated toward the work that I did in the bookstore with Nancy Dole. She's a local bookseller, and she told me about the book auction, and once I started attending the book auction, I was really totally hooked. And over the last probably 10, 12 years, I've virtually handled every book that's come through the New England book auction. Identifying something is the key thing. And once you think you have something cool, what I do is I check sources, I check to see where it is in institutions, where it is in libraries, who might be selling it, you know, trying to figure out what the cool thing is about it. A lot of what I do is selling to the trade, so I feel that my work is validated when I find something that's interesting, valuable, collectible, and that somebody else, such as a major dealer, recognizes it. I feel good when I get validated. And I started out, I really did a lot of book shows. I'm still doing book shows. It's probably the best way to meet people. You know, I'm not so much a online internet person, although I'm expanding into that area, but I started out doing book shows. And the way that you get good experience is doing that and meeting people, talking to people, and you know, getting going that way. I'm now getting into ephemera, and so I'm buying very cool broadsides. I've bought broadsides lately that are, I think, quite interesting. I like to buy village views, urban views, anything that I find interesting, political in nature, and just about anything I find that I like and hopefully I can find a buyer for. I had been part of the Shelburne Falls booksellers downtown, and we had the infamous flood caused by Irene, flooded our bookstore, and at that point I was eyeing this space, which is in the back of my house, for what I call the rare book gallery. So after the flood, I decided I was going to build it out, do the work. So over a period of time, it was probably 3 or 4 years, I basically did a lot of the construction work. I dug the holes, I poured the footings, I laid the floors, I sanded the floors, finished the floors. So the space was basically completed by me. I bought a lot of the furnishings, I bought the rugs, so it's a reflection of what I find cool and interesting.